All righty. Cool. Okay, hello everyone. How's everyone today? That's good. Great. Small group. But a few people couldn't make it. They emailed me, and so, you know, it's okay. No big deal. They're fired. It's no big deal. We'll carry on without them. Anyway, so because of that, though, I think we'll do more practicing tonight. We're going to do the skills thing next week. I'm going to come up with a plan for it. It's going to have to do with intonation, first of all, and then some ornamentation, and then some rhythmic stuff. Okay, we're going to get a little stronger at all that stuff. But tonight, I thought it would be cool to start off with slow airs. Let's do all of our slow airs. Because it was the Chris Langan weekend, this past weekend in Toronto, and it was just great, except of the huge snowstorm on Friday. But what was cool was that, as you know, the snowstorm didn't come until the evening, so everybody that was coming to town got to town. And they all got down to Noonan's. The place was just packed with musicians, and we were all stuck there. It was fabulous. It was just great. And then that was a great session that lasted well into the night. And then on the Saturday, apparently all the workshops were well attended despite the weather. And the concert at night was packed, and it was just so good. It was just great. They had a piper there from Belfast. His name was Eamon Dillon, and he was just the wackiest. He reminded me of the Seamus Ennis drunken version of Jenny's Welcome, but everything he tried landed perfectly, like just wild player. And then this guy, John Williams, not the Star Wars John Williams, but from Chicago, who plays concertina and accordion and piano and flute. And he's in the band called Solace. And I don't know if you've ever heard of that band, but they're awesome. Beautiful band. And he's in that band. And he's a great guy. And he sat on the piano for the session after the concert on Saturday and accompanied the whole thing right until they kicked us out at about 1:30, 2:30 in the morning. I felt bad for the poor young one behind the bar. At about 2:30, she's kind of like, think they're going to wrap up soon? I was like, I don't think so. Anyway, so it was a great weekend. But on the way home, Ross was playing me my dad's CD, which I still have yet to bring in here for anybody that wants it, but it's almost all slow airs. And I hadn't listened to it in 5 or 6 years. So it was quite shocking. You know, he plays Bovaglis, for instance. He plays Miss Rowan Davies. There's Ross Memorial Hospital is a beautiful slow air that he plays on there. The Resting Chair, bunch of Irish ones. So it was quite cool. Took me right back. So I thought we could do that. And it'll be a good introduction to our skills night next week, because when we work on slow airs, we work on sound production and dynamics. So playing louder and softer using your bow. The bow speed and how much you dig in, right? Mostly speed. And then also the sound you're getting out of each note that makes you want to play the note, want to hold it out for its full length and not have this instinct to stop your bow. See what I mean? So I thought we could start with that. So we'll play some slow airs, we'll talk about that sound production, and we'll see if we can do better, and then we'll move to the next one. And I'll rely on you guys to remember all the ones that we've done. Like, for instance, Don, he'll remember. So we got Beautiful Point to Coney, we got Bovaglis, we got Miss Rowan Davies, Nathaniel Gow. What else? Is that it? Lonesome Eyes, we got, yep. We have All Dvorak, it's kind of like a slow air. So that's a good list, that'll get us started. Okay, so let's see. Sorry? I am, I have pressed record. Haven't I, Zoomers? They all got the creepy Zoom message, so we're good to go. So let's start with, any preferences? Which one you want to start with? Beautiful Point to Coney. I was hoping you'd say that. Okay, so we're going to start off with Beautiful Point to Coney but we're going to practice E major for about 45 minutes first. Just kidding. Just kidding, just kidding.
Has anybody got a spare copy of Beautiful Political? I probably do.
All right. Put my tuner on. Oh, that's not going to work. Put it down here. Okay. I'm just going to tune up quick. Okay. Okay, E major. Are we ready to try E major in all of its glory? So we'll start on E, we'll go all the way up to high B and all the way down to low B. Okay? Let's give it a try. Here's your E. Yep, that's really good. Let's do it. Ready? Slow. Yeah, you can keep going, but we'll stop at B. We're going to stop at B. Okay, not bad, not great. Let's do it again. It also sounds very tentative, all right? And I know it's a hard key, but let's belt it out anyway, because it's just us here. We're not going to tell anybody if you suck. Don't worry about it. And that way you can hear the note, and then you can tune the note, okay? And let's go ahead and tune our notes. If you feel you're out of tune, go ahead and move, okay? Let's do it again. Here's your E. Really good. Good start. Ready? Go. Better, much better. Let's see if we can do it exactly like that to lock it in. There it is. Okay, ready, go. Yep, pretty good. How do you feel? Huh? Great, good. Let's pick up the pace a little, okay? Oh, there's more. People are slowly showing up. Okay. So a little faster. Ready, 2, 3, go. Really good. Okay, let's try the arpeggio now. I know it's hard. Low B and then E. Okay? Ready? Go. G sharp. B. E. G. Here we go. Pretty good. Not bad. Let's do it again right away. Just as good, except better. Ready? Go. Okay, how you feeling? Sounds pretty good. Everybody feeling pretty good? Okay, let's do it. Beautiful point to Coney. You guys good with E? You feeling comfy with Edward? Okay, Elvis. Okay, let me just get this this music up here. Okay, let's try it. So now, let's see about tempo. Somewhere around there? Let's try it. Here's your B. Lovely. Ready, go. Do it all again. That sounds pretty good. The intonation I thought was good. G sharp could use a little work here and there, but other than that, I thought it was good. I'd like to tune with the harmony part. I'd like to tune a few notes. So how many people are doing harmony? Just one? Oh my. Okay, so, and it's just in terms of like, so in a couple of spots, especially where we're playing an open string, if you're a little bit flat, you can really tell. You know what I mean? So just be a little bit mindful. We'll try it again. If it's just you, we'll just be a little bit mindful of that. And harmonies tend to be on the flat side. I know from my own experience, I tend to harmonize a little on the flat side. So just something to keep in mind. Any problems or anything bugging you? G sharp. Let's all play one. G sharp. This one here. Let me hear you. It's pretty good. Now let's do some drop downs on it, okay? Now it's a hard drop down. It's open to the G sharp. It's like the Simpsons interval, I think. So let's do a few Simpsons intervals, okay? Ready? Go. No, flat. Let's do it again. Ready? Go. Better. Do it again. That's really good. Do it again. Little tiny bit flat. One more. Now, I'm assessing my finger. I have about 75% pressure down on that note to get it in tune. It's heavy. I'm pressing hard. Not all the way. I still probably have, yeah, I still have quite a bit there, but I got most of the pressure down. Could be the same for you. Let's do it again. G sharp. Now that sounds really good. That's really good. Let's do some open A to the G sharp. You hear how bright that sounds? Okay, let's do that together. Ready? A, G sharp. Good. Again. So good. One more. Still good. One more. Really good. You hearing that? You feeling that? Okay? You feel with your hand, you feel how hard am I pressing to get that good result? And remember that. Okay? Let's try a few of the upper G sharps. We're more used to that, but it's still kind of... That's it. Really good. Let's do some drop downs just to be sure. Open to the G sharp. It's good. It's good. Sounds really good. Now let's do some D sharps. Okay? That's it. Yeah, okay, let's do some drop downs. Open to the D sharp, the Simpsons one. Good. Little flat. Better. Now we're going flat. That's better. One more. That's good. Okay, tough one, eh? Tough one to hear. We're not used to hearing it. Now let's try that damn. Are you having trouble with that Everest? What's going on with it? Keeps popping off. Let me see the damn thing. I want to take every shoulder rest manufacturer in the world and slap them. Okay. So, D sharps on the D string. Very hard, but very important. Let's practice a few of those. Where's my technician? There we go. Okay. So, there's your D sharp on the D string. Sounds pretty good. Okay, sorry? D sharp on the D string. So that's the first finger pulled back, not quite all the way. Sounds good. So let's do some drop downs. Here's what it sounds like. That's Jaws, right? Okay. So let's do some Jaws and get this half step going. Okay, ready? Open. D sharp. That was sharp, if you can believe it. Do it again. Still sharp. Better. Do it again. One more time. We're going to need a bigger boat. Okay, it's good. Sounds good. So shall we try our tune again with better intonation? I think it'll be fabulous. All right? Now we got some more harmony people this time. That's good. So you're not on your own, Brenda. That's really good. So when we get to those notes, so for instance, there's the long ones. That first note of the tune is going to be a harmonized note, a chord, right? So I want you guys, you harmony guys, to listen close and see if we're getting that interval in tune, just like we were just working on, okay? And then, so that would be the first note, that would be the long E, that would be the long Fs. You see what I mean? We'll start with those, see if we can tune her all up. Let's do it again, people. Okay. Ready, and. Oh, nice. Very good. Oh, yeah. Okay. So everybody hear how much better that in tune that is? Really good, really nice and strong. The chords are working good. Now, did I make a dynamic plan for this tune? People that write stuff down and have pencils, do you have any notes about that for this tune? Somebody does? That's good. Thank God for the pencil people. Starts off mezzo, okay, and then. Yeah, okay. The phrase, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, how about the second part? Everybody kind of getting that idea? It's not very complicated. It's just kind of a this type of thing for each line, basically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then strong again. Yeah. Yeah. And gradually taper off there towards the end. Yeah, that's great. And we'll do a big old riff at the end, yeah. Okay, so that's our dynamic plan. Now, so to get more volume, we use more bow before you dig in. See if you can do it without digging in. The faster you move your bow, the more your finger will dig in anyway, okay? So when you want more volume, see if you can scoot that bow And then when we're decrescendoing, you slow it down. Okay, and we'll see if we can really pull the sound out of the fiddle. Try to picture when we're playing those long notes, try to picture your bow rolling that string over and letting it go, and try to get out of the way and let that sound come out of the string. Okay? Let's do it. We'll do it twice. And I'm going to exaggerate those dynamics like you wouldn't believe, because I remember them exactly without a pencil. Ha ha. Okay. You guys got a plan? What's your plan for the harmony? Okay, that sounds good. Let's see what it sounds like. Yeah, because we were practicing that. Yeah. So let's do, I kind of like your plan for harmony people. So let's do first A regular, second A harmony, first B regular, second B harmony. And we'll try that both times and see what it sounds like. It might be brilliant. Okay. 1, 2, oh yeah, so mezzo. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. One more time with feeling. Sounds really good. Really good. What do you guys think? Feeling good? Yeah, it's great. I don't know if the Zoomers could hear you. What'd you think, Zoomers? Could you hear them? They thought that you're getting thumbs off the Zoomers. That's great. Now, what I was going to say, I was going to ask, in the second part, the long G's, what note are the harmony people playing? The long G's in the second part. So like in the first bar, the high G there, and in the third bar, the high G there. D. Is that one? Yeah. So, just that one note. So, and what note do you guys have there? The first bar of the second part. It's a low G. Oh, you know, octaves are hard. That's because they're a dead giveaway. That's all it is, right? In my ear, they were a little flat. And I don't know who it was. I think the high ones were okay. Okay? Octaves they're tough like that. It takes 1 second, you know, and everybody knows. Yeah, that's it, yeah. Anyway, very good, very good. Everybody getting the idea with the dynamics? I can hear it. It sounds like people are getting that idea, so that's really good. Okay, let's move on. Request for the next slow air? Sorry? Nathaniel. Been a while, we should do that. Nathaniel Gal. For his brother. How sad. Scottish people are very sad all the time, eh? Very dour. Gloomy. My dad used to have an expression, geez, that was so beautiful, it was enough to make an old Scottish woman go. Love that one. Okay, now I feel like we should run up and down an A major scale quick because everybody's hand is in the key of E, all right? We don't need to do as much work on it as E, but let's just do it real quick. A minor. Okay, so A minor scale and arpeggio, people. Here's your A. Ready, go. Okay, so a little on the flat side, A flat minor, as they say. Okay, let's try it again. Nice and bright. Remember that G is just a regular G in A minor, okay? Ready, go. Much better. better. I'm so glad we did this. Very good. Let's do the arpeggio. Ready, go. One more just to lock it in. Ready, go. All right, we'll go with it. Okay, Nathaniel Gow, let's do it. Let's just play it. Straight up twice, lots of feeling, lots of bow, lots of everything. Only good things. Ready, 2, 3, 1, 2. great intonation. Really, really good. How do you guys feel about that? Excellent. It's great. See about the Zoomers here. How did you guys do? Anybody crying yet? Nobody's crying yet. Oh my God. That's right. Do you think so? Well, you know, my dad used to say weddings and funerals, both very solemn occasions. Okay, now what I thought it was really nicely in tune and really nicely together, but we can make a little bit more of it, okay? So let's try one more time, but let's exaggerate the hell out of those dynamics. Now, I think we had a plan. It's a pretty simple plan. Everybody know the plan for dynamics in this tune? Yeah. So let's really, yes.
For some reason, when I learned it, when I marked it, there's all these double ups.
Yep.
On the repeated notes.
Yep. Those are great to do. You don't have to do them, but it's really, really good to. I think I've been doing them. So it looks like this. See that? That's kind of my thing for waltzes. It's through the whole thing. See that? Down, up, down, up, down. Just kind of like that idea. Okay? It is really good to do. It improves the flow of the piece. Okay? So that's a general kind of idea of the downbeat being the down bow. Down, up, down. I'm not going to sing. Down, up, down. You see that pattern? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And it's a rhythm your arm gets into, and it should take care of everything. Yes? They're carrying the coffin. That's right. And it's a big one, because I don't know if you ever see a picture of Neil Gow. He was a big fella. You have a question, Don? Oh, yeah. So I'll give you a few ideas. You know, the first time I play it and the second time I play it could be different double stops, unfortunately. But here's a few options. See that? That's beautiful. That's with the E string. And I love this because that's a tension and a release, right? I build you up and then I give it to you. Oh my God, thank you. You know, it's like how the prisoners probably felt when the torture was over with the Nazis. Like, oh, that was great because it's done. You know what I mean? Now, so that's that one. So that's doing that one there. Everybody should know that. That's your classic G major double stop. B and G together on the A and the E. Okay? That's the sixth, I guess. Okay? More G and B, except it's the lower G. See that? And that's a third. And then octave there. More E and A. And I put that crunch in there too. See that? And then I get off of that. Continue with the open string. In the second part, big octave. More with the A and the E. Another sixth there. Another third there. Do you notice how it's following the melody? It's just like a lazy melody. Like I don't feel like picking up my B, so I just leave it there. So anyway, that's another one I do there for the brave. G sharp and B together. And that's the one at the end. Fifth. Okay? Yes. as many people as want to. I think it's just great if you can do it. If you don't feel good about it, just don't do it. Well, you know, feel free in rehearsal, but when we go and perform, if you don't feel great about your double stop or whatever, just don't do it, you know, and wait for the next time. We'll keep having cracks at it. But if everybody was doing them, great sound, as long as you're all in tune. That's one thing about double stops. It kind of shows you up a little bit, right? You can play a note on its own. You really got to be good to know if it's at a tune or not. But as soon as you play another note with it, it's kind of giveaway. Anyway, shall we try it once more with all that stuff in there? And exaggerating the dynamics too. Did you guys get all those double stop ideas and the plan for dynamics? Good. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Then we'll take a little break. Lovely. Ready? Bad start, my fault. I'll give you a better counting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. much better, much better. Okay, so I'll take a little break now. Oh, I got to tell you, I was looking at the date here, Nathaniel Gow, 1763 is when he was born. And last night, I played a fiddle that was from 1720. And it was this group that was in town. They came to the session. It's a symphony happening to commemorate all the Irish people coming over from the famine, being performed at the Winter Garden Theatre. And they have a fiddle player, and she was Belgian, and she had her fiddle with her, which was a 1720 Belgian fiddle. So not a Guarneri, not a Strad, not an Amati. And it was different. It looked shorter. This is a Guarneri, right? Hers looked, oh God, no. Hers looked shorter, fatter. It was really fat this way. And the F holes would have been pre-Stradivari. And he came up with this design. It's the loudest design, never been better. They still use it, right? Hers were a lot shorter and a lot fatter. And I'm going to tell you, it was beautiful, not near as good as my German. Say that it was not played for 50 years. And that can have a huge impact, but it just sounded very thin to me. But anyway, kind of interesting. No, it felt normal in that way. Yeah. Okay, break time. Break time there, guys.
No, he had his eyes checked. So they put stuff in your eyes. Yeah, so that was sometime this afternoon, and he still couldn't see. Yeah.
My couple of music of we have an iPad.
People's done it.
I don't think you're right. I think we didn't use it.
Yeah, no, all that stuff.
Well, Larry's been on for a while.
Wayne's coming back. He emailed me. He got busy. He was hoping he could kind of still come a couple of months before the next concert. I said, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. She hopes she can return.
I told her, I said, you were our representative when you guys started doing scales. Because we just play air guitar.
It was very relaxing way to do scales. Yeah. It was good for everybody's intonation too, because of the interval thing. You know, she's playing the chord, so your ear can kind of triangulate. It's really good.
Really sharp.
Yeah.
Well, we get to move around and stuff. We've got all these sports we want to try for Jimmy Dummies and the other one. No, he's just taking a break. So he said Sam was just saying he's so busy at work and he'll come back before next month. Which your business card.
I'm busy these days. And then maybe the other time had to do something.
He gets a little enthusiastic because I think the bass is not no,
Yes.
Which is what he basically did. So he did it to the Georgetown Orchestra where Ross used to play. In any event, I was thinking of starting basic scale. But I also, they said, oh, you can give us lessons. Yeah, because someone mentioned it to me and I went, anyway, yeah, see, that's what Robert teaching you, what the students are, and what Tennessee also is on, try to go slower. So hard so you can put a piece of music in front of them. And I don't want to.
Well, I always say that small song. Like, I wanted to be That's good. And so, like, my Wednesday has been for years. They came today in person, and it was great that they were like,
Yeah, so they are starting to come in person. And we can still do Zoom for whoever's not there. It's seamless. So I was there with my
I like too when you, I like when you record and then somebody comes
Oh no, it's good because you can just always just go
I
right
know,
there.
it really is.
Cut through the chit chat.
Aw, Mr. Jones, that's smart. I will try to do some harmony sounds with it, because different
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna try to freestyle, I know, and then yeah, I have that tendency to I love doing the harmonies. Yeah. Especially when it's
Well, let's stick to the veggies or
music theory. How about
well, when you practice the arpeggio, so you let your hand do that. Yeah. Most people have learn about
that's great. Yep.
Okay, guys, let's get back to work.
We're getting back there, Zoomers. As soon as you're done your sandwich or whatever. Yeah, how's she doing? So here's how I put my shoulder rest on. I put it between my knees. I hold it nice and firm. That's the way fiddle makers hold it. And then I put it on like this. See that? This should be nice and solid there. I find that's the best and easiest way to put it on. I find that really hard to do. I find it best to just. Yeah, no problem. Alrighty. I'm enjoying this slow air night. It's really nice. Okay. You got a preference for one, Elaine? What's your favorite one? Lonesome Eyes? Okay. Nice. Yeah. Oh, I played that a few times. The old Galway girl. Okay, so we're gonna carry on with the slow airs because I'm having a great time. And we're gonna do Lonesome Eyes. All right, Lonesome Eyes by the great Jerry Holland, the late great. Jerry Holland Jr.'s birthday was yesterday. Yeah. He's pushing 40 like. Yeah. He's a really nice guy. He's selling cars for the Chrysler dealership in Sydney. Not my brother's Chrysler dealership, the other one. Yeah, which is kind of a new thing, but he puts on a lot of musical events in Cape Breton. Like, he's got a little production company and he does a lot of stuff. Great guy. He put up with a lot from his father, my God. Okay, Lonesome Eyes, shall we? I don't think we need to practice D major or anything. It's not that far off of. Okay, here we go. You got that one, Bill? That's good. Okay, so we'll start by just, do we have a harmony? We do. Oh, that's great. Okay, so we got some people doing harmony. That's great. Oh, that's not, that's the whole score. It's not gonna work out. Okay. So we'll start off just by banging through it. It's been a while, so let's just bash through it until we get to the end. Gently bash. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Let's do it all again. More feeling. good. Sounds nicely in tune. How many people are doing harmony? Is it just Brenda again? I was going to say, let's have the harmony people do their parts on their own, but I'm not going to do that to you, Brenda. Does anybody want to give Brenda a hand and play some harmony along with? Nice one, nice. Quick. Nobody has it? Oh, okay. Well, maybe can you guys share a stand and then maybe somebody else can share another stand? No? Typical string players. Oh, really? Is there anybody that can see a screen from the side that can go and join Julie or Brenda? It's tricky. Not gonna work? Okay. That's all right. We'll try it again. So I thought the harmony was really good, but I feel like it's more complicated than the other pieces, and so it could use some work just on its own, you know what I mean? Just the people that are doing it. Is there any other brave souls that want to try it, the harmony part? Okay, good. Okay, well, so why don't we try it then? Let's give it a go just once with the more people doing the harmony, and then I want to have the harmony players just on their own. I want to hear it on its own. Okay? Sorry? Not right now. We're going to try the whole thing. Yeah, yes. Just them. Just want to hear how it sounds. And I'm not totally familiar with it either, and I couldn't really hear it, so I'd like to learn it a little bit better. So one time with all of the harmony in the world. Okay. Lovely. Oh, nice. Good B. Or C, sorry. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Now, that harmony part is fabulous. It sounds really good. It's way better than when there's a bigger group doing it. So now, is it on the hard drive here? The harmony part. Okay, yes, I see it there now. So let's do it together. I'm going to play it with you. Don took off. He's like, screw this, I'm out of here.
Yeah, well, this is his whatever tablet, and it just turned off.
Did it? Oh, this is insane. It's hopeless. Just turned off. Hey, Don, your tablet just turned off. And it lowered the stand on her. It's very problematic.
You have another quarter?
Okay, so we're gonna play the harmony, and I'm gonna play it with you. Okay. Whoa, it's not quite big enough. Okay. I'm just gonna have to peer at it. Yeah, yeah, it sounds like this together. See that? Okay. Okay, so just the harmony part, the people that want to play it, everybody can play it if you want, if you have it there, but I'll play it with you so you can tune to me, and let's give it a go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, go. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh, I see. So. Okay, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, go, 2, 3. Better. Again. That's pretty good. Good. Second part. Okay, this is nice. I understand how this works now. How's everybody feeling about that? Few problematic notes, obviously the C sharp on the G string, right? Nice and bright, nice and bright. Other than that though, it's not too hard. The biggest thing I would say, the biggest danger is not holding out the notes long enough and the rests, okay? And I suggest you do the rests. So rather than just holding the note right through the whole measure, put that rest in there, okay? I think it'll help. Shall we try the whole thing again? How come you're fighting with that fiddle so much, Don? The what? Oh, give it to me. I'll fix it. Oh, you got it? Okay. It fell over?
And then I sat on it, and I don't know what.
What happens with the bridge is that when you're tuning, over time, the bridge starts to go like this. You don't notice, right? And at one point or another, you got to put her back. And it might just have been that. And then anything can kind of make it go all the way. What you do to check that is, and it's a good idea to check it once in a while, because if you do a lot of playing, it's going to happen to you. So you look very closely at the feet, and it always tips towards the scroll. That's what it does. So you look very, very closely at the feet on the tailpiece side, and if you see any little gap there at all, then you're starting to lean. And what happens is, the way to fix it is you hold the fiddle in fiddle maker hold, like I just showed Judy there, and you take that bridge and you just very gently nudge it from the top side with your thumbs on the bottom of the bridge until you feel it sit back on its feet, and you only can do it by feel. And then you check again very carefully and make sure that gap is completely gone. And then you're back to abnormal. No. No, you just do it. What's yours looking like? Whoa! Okay, this is a good example. Bring me that fiddle. Yay! My name is Donna, and my bridge is leaning. Now, okay, this is an interesting. Can everybody see that? Okay, first of all, yes. Look at that there, Zoomers. Check that out. Leaning Tower of Pizza. Okay, is it an Italian fiddle? Anyway, so first of all, the bridge looks good. It's a Depuis French bridge, very well-known bridge maker, and they're good bridges. Like the blanks are usually about $50. Okay, so you want to save that bridge. Now, Donna does not have the leaning problem that I was just talking about. That's when the whole bridge leans over and the gap is between the feet and the top of the fiddle. That's not what Donna has going on here. See that? Her bridge is curling. So your feet are flat. You don't have that problem. You have the problem where your bridge curls. Now, everybody's bridge curls. A bridge usually lasts on a fiddle 10 to 15 years. And it usually curls on you 2 or 3 times during that life, okay? Because it's only a semi-hardwood. It's a sycamore or an elm. So with that pressure after a while, they just tend to curl. And yours is curling the right way. When it curls the other way, it's a lot harder for them to bring it back, and I don't know why. But my bridge that I had on my fiddle before this one, I had straightened 3 times at Heinel. And the third time, after they straightened it the third time, the way that it bent was one side curled and the other didn't. And they were like, that's the end of her, right? So then they put on this new bridge, this German bridge, and I was very nervous about that, because when you put a new bridge on your fiddle, it can turn into a new fiddle, different fiddle. And because the bridge is really the linchpin. But they did a great job and they got her perfect. Oh my God, my poor bow. Anyway, so you got to get yours straightened. And it doesn't look like it's been straightened before, so you probably have a good few straightenings. Do you see how these tangs are actually kind of sticking out? You see that? Like they're kind of straight, whereas the rest is curled. So that's very severe. So you really got to get that straightened, okay? Is it? Let me see. Yeah, yours is doing a little bit, and it's going also the right way, which is good. So what they do is they have this heating clamp, and they put the bridge in there, and they heat it up, and they straighten it, and they can do it a few times. Oh yeah, it gets really hard to tune. The more it's curled, the harder it is to tune. It moves. And I remember when I was banging on about how you tune your fiddle with the order of operations. That's why you do it that way, because you can't perceive it, but the bridge moves under the strings. It kind of does this. So if you're curling, it really does that severely. Okay? Anyway, I'm glad you pointed that out. It's good for everybody to learn about your curly bridge. And now everybody knows how to straighten out your bridge when it starts to lean. Did you guys all get that too? Got that? Yep, they're good. Okay. Okay, shall we? One more time with the Lonesome Eyes, with the harmonies. They're going to be way stronger now because everybody's a little bit more sure. Okay. Is there anybody here on Zoom doing harmony? Doing the harmony part? Couple people?
No, but
Okay.
I'm playing along with the harmony, so it's really
You
nice.
did?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No, I'm playing along with the harmony, so I'm just playing the melody, but it's nice.
Oh, you played melody along with our harmony only. That's great.
Yeah,
What a
really
great
nice.
idea. And how did you find it worked out? Like, was it in tune?
I was amazing.
Oh, Elizabeth said we were amazing at the harmony. She's thank you. They say thank you. Okay, let's do it from the top 2 times. Let's do the harmony the whole time for the practice. Okay, I don't need the music. What do I always? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Very good. One more from the top. very nice. So harmonies came in nice and strong, and it lifted everybody else up too. Especially the second time around, it was beautiful. All righty, now let's try to pick something here for the end. Everybody want to do more slow airs, or do you want to pick it up?
Yeah.
Which? More slow airs? Pick it up?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What do we got?
Sorry, working on my outside voice. Can't help it.
Jeez. Yeah. My kids learned about it inside voice, but then they went to my family's house in Cape Breton. And there's no such thing as inside voice, you know? Okay. Inside voice means nobody hears you. Nobody hears your joke. Okay, let's see. What should we do? We should do some jigs, maybe. Let's see. What jigs should we do? We got so much stuff. Huh? Turbolton set. Oh, let's do that. Turbolton set. It is the most Irish of all months. Yeah. Here it is, Turbolton. We didn't do all the Veloc. You're right. We were going to do it. That's right. Right? Let's do it. How fast should we do it first going off? Shall we try that? I think it's doable. Okay, and let's do them, well, we might as well go 3 times each. The middle one's a single, and we could use the practice. 3 times each. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Feels good. Tempo was, to let you know, reference. 65. Okay, so that's a little low, but I thought that was okay because everybody sounded good. Didn't sound like anybody was in a hurry, so it's really, really good. All right, I got to impart something. Jennifer's playing with the Toronto Symphony tonight and yesterday, and it's their Queen show. So it's a band called Windborne with these amazing singers, and they're recreating Queen in front of the orchestra. And apparently the violists and cellists are being extremely precious about the whole thing. They think the band is way too loud. The violist had to go home this afternoon because he said he was getting heart palpitations from the volume of the band. Even though by the time he finished complaining, they had him basically encased in plexiglass, but he still had the palpitations. And Jennifer just texted me and said, the cellists are all playing backstage. They could be a little precious. Okay, so that's good. So we're done. Anybody want to stick around for Sean McGuire? Mason's Apron? Yeah? Good. Okay. See about the Zoomers. Okay, so we're done regular rehearsal, and we're going to do Mason's Apron rehearsal. For anybody that wants to, I'll keep the Zoom running. All we're going to do for the Mason's Apron people, all we're going to do is play each part, because I think we learned each part. So all we're going to do is review. We did 5 of the parts. Well, we'll just review those. Okay, see if we can get back into the game of it, and then we'll get more intensive. I want everybody to learn the rest of the parts, and we'll work on them next time. But tonight, let's review our parts of the Mason's Apron, Sean McGuire variations for anybody that wants to. That's what we're doing. Mason's Apron. And Don made a really good file of it here. Thank you again, Don. Okay, and I'm going to sit down for it because I'm tired now. Okay, so let's see. Under M for the Mason's Apron. Yep, that's right. What is it now? Is it the G sharp? That's pretty wild. Okay. Shall we? Nice and easy? Geez, there's a lot of you. Everybody know how to do that double stop at the beginning? It's a G sharp on the D string and a 4th finger on the A. Like that, okay? So let's try that, and then we're just going to very slowly play the first part to the first double bar line. Okay, ready, go. Okay, that's the main theme. The only difference with the regular melody is really that scaly uppy all the rest is the same. So let's do it again and just make sure we got that in there. Okay, and we'll start with that double stop. Okay, good to practice it. Ready, 2, 3, go. Okay, really, really good. Second part. So it's kind of the backy forthy part. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Good, very good. Let's do it again right away. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, we good? Feeling good? Next part. It's a little awkward, that bit at the end. Let's all try that. Just that bit. Ready, 2, 3, go. Do it again. Ready, 2, 3, go. Okay, very, very good. So now the next part. Remember that? And I find myself, my second finger is dancing between those two strings, trying not to come up. Okay? You don't want to have to pick it up. Let's go very slow. 1, 2, 3, go. Not too bad, guys. Let's do it again right away. 1, 2, 3, go. Does anyone have a cramp in your hand right now? Your left hand? No? That's good, because that's a cramp-inducing part there. And the way that you reduce that is to reduce the pressure on your tube as much as you can. So to still get the C in tune, the C sharp, without having to drive your finger down into it, because that's what's going to cramp your hand. Okay, let's do it again. Same part. Which slur? The double stops? Yeah, they're tied. It makes it a long note. That's right. It sounds like this. See that? It's called a tie. So when you see a slur sign, that join two of the same note, that's called a tie. It's kind of an awkward way to put a long note, but okay, let's try it. So a nice loose hand. 1, 2, 3, go. Again. Fabulous, guys. Sounding great. No cramps? A little bit. Next part. Something like that. Shall we? This could be a whole show. It really could. And you get like a different group of fiddlers coming for the next variation, jumping in front. Woo! Okay, here we go. Next part. Ready, 2, 3, go. Let's do that a few times there, guys. It's tricky. Ready, 2, 3, go. Very nice, very nice. Shall we go up to the dusty end? I think we might as well blow the dust off. I'm going to turn my tuner on so you can trust me. Here's your high A. Okay, so this goes. Remember that? Let's go slow. Everybody center your A. It's good, it's good. Let's go slow. Ready, go. Isn't it cool?
Very cool.
And it's not too bad. Now, do you guys notice that you go up for that first part with the A to the D or whatever, but then the next part, do you notice how you're kind of like wildly sharp all of a sudden? You got to come back. And what I have to do is I got to tighten the interval in my hand because the 2 to the 4 is small up there, very, very small. So here's the first part. That's it. That feels totally like playing in first position. But then, look how close those 2 notes are. See that? Very, very close to each other. So you got to remember that and take that into account. Let's try it again. Here's your 8. Lovely, lovely. Ready? Go. Again. One more time. Hey, not bad. Not too bad. Yeah. Okay, how many parts is that? That was the 5th one? Okay. Did we learn the next one yet? Okay. Really? Okay, well, let's give it a go. So that's going to be, that's a C sharp there. And it is a hard C sharp to hear. Okay? So, there it is. And just for a reference, again, look at that 4th finger, how it is. See that? Very close up there. Okay, let's give it a try. Very slow, we'll just read it. Okay. The 1st finger. Yeah. Slow. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, we got to figure that part out. So we're getting there. So we got Now, let me see. So we got, so we got, I'm going to start at bar 87 here. Okay, sorry, 89. So, or 90, is it? 7, 88, 89, 90. So, that's what it is there, okay? And you got to make use of your 1 on the A string. So, now, let's start right at the top of this part. It would be bar 83, okay? 1, 2, 3, slow. It's okay. Keep going. That's what the last note should sound like. Okay, so we survived. We survived. Let's do it again just like that. That'll be enough torture for tonight, for you guys. Okay, where am I at here? Bar 80 something. Yeah, okay. Yeah, bar 83. Let's do it. Here's your C sharp. Everybody got that? Let me play it on my own for a sec. C sharp. Okay? That's better. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, slow. One more. Okay, that's enough. So work on that part with the tuner on, okay? Yeah. And then we'll keep working on it next time. Thank you. Thank you, Sean McGuire people. Thank you,
Thanks,
Sean
Jen.
McGuire people. We'll get this. It's going to be a whole show on its own. Nighty night.
That was fun. Bye. Thank you.